Hello everyone, welcome to Suresh Agarwal's Reasoning Mantra. In today's video, I have brought a very important type of arrangement based on seating arrangement. Linear arrangement, which we call, that means when people are sitting in a straight line, they may be facing either in the same direction or they may be facing in opposite directions. So every question may have a different set of instructions that are given to you, and based on the instructions you have to frame the seating arrangement yourself and then decide what will be the answers to the subsequent questions that follow. So these type of questions, they are a very important part of all competitive exams, especially banking, SSC, and you can well imagine because every question comprises of at least 5 parts, so the weightage is also good. So you cannot afford to skip this type of questions, and if you want to understand this well, you are requested to follow my subsequent videos in which I'll be taking up type 2 and type 3 of the questions as well. So let's have a look at the question for this video. So the question says that there are 8 friends G, H, I, J, N, O, P and Q who are seated in a straight line. That means all these people, they are sitting in a straight line but not necessarily in the same order. That means the order may be jumbled up. Now you have been given a set of instructions here. H sits second to the right of O. O sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. Only 3 people sit between H and N. I sits third to the left of J. Only 2 people sit between J and G. P is not an immediate neighbor of N. So based on this set of information that is given to you, you have to first find out what is the seating arrangement. So what we do is, because in all there are 8 people, let us draw a straight line with 8 points on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this is our arrangement. Now we have to adjust the people here according to the given information. O sits at one of the extreme ends. That means let us say that O is present at this corner. So if this is the position of O, H sits second to the right of O. So to the right of O means this side. So second to the right means here. So this will be the position of H, second to the right. That means leaving one person, he is sitting at the second position. Only 3 people sit between H and N. So we cannot have 3 people on this side. So obviously we'll be moving to the right side. 1, 2, 3. So between H and N there are 3 people. That is why we skipped 3 positions here. Now after this we have been given I sits third to the left of J. Now we don't know where is I and where is J. Only 2 people sit between J and G. 3 people sit between H and N. Since it is given that P is not an immediate neighbor of N, that means P cannot be here and here. So that means possibilities of the position of P could be either over here or over here. Now we have to decide based on the subsequent information where will be the final position of P. So I sits third to the left of J. So let us say if I is present at this point, third to the left means that J will be here. So that means P cannot be here. So the final position of P will be here. So this will be J. So now we are left with just 2 positions here. 3 people sit between H and N. So there are 3 positions between H and N. Who are we left with? Okay, that means now we are left with G and Q. 2 people sit between J and G. So if J is here, 2 people here, that means this will be G. So now we are left only with Q. So that means Q will find a position here. So this gives us the complete seating arrangement. Let us have a look here. So this will be the exact seating arrangement: O, I, H, P, J, Q, N and G. Now we'll be using this information to answer the subsequent questions. As you can see, you have to answer 5 questions based on this seating arrangement. So the first question says, who amongst the following represents the person seated at the extreme right end of the line? right end of the line. So you can see from here that this will be the extreme right end of the line. That means the answer would be option number E, G. So you can see the answer is marked here as G. The second question, who amongst the following sits exactly between J and G? Now let us look here. If you look at this, this is J and this is G. So who is sitting exactly between them? That is Q and N. So do we have this option here? Yes, we do have it. And Q and N, that is option D. This is going to be our correct answer for this question. What is the position of P with respect to N? So if you look at this, this is P and this is N. So where is P with respect to N? This is going to be the left side. And if you go this way, this is going to be the right side. So it is 3 positions from the left. So the correct answer will be third to the left. That is option A. So the correct answer here is option A. The fourth part of the question says, who is on the extreme right? So if you look at this, this is the extreme right side. And what do you find here? It's G. So what will be the correct answer here? It's very, very simple. Option C. That is G is the correct answer for this particular part. The last part of the question says, if we start counting from the left, on what number is G? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So G is at the 8th position. Do we have this option here? No, we don't have this option here. So we'll be going with E, that is none of these. So this is how we attempt these type of questions in the competitive exams. It may take some time to draw the seating arrangement, but once the seating arrangement is made, the answers can be found really, really quick. So this is a very, very important video for all reasoning based competitive exams. If you found this video useful, do subscribe to our channel. Also hit the bell icon so that you can get notifications for more such upcoming videos. Do hit the like button, share this with your friends and post your comments in the comment section. Thanks for joining me.